In every relationship, there's a bull and a cow. It just so happens that in this relationship right here with me and you, I'm the bull. You're the cow.
Is the Dark Knight really ready to settle down with Jenny from the block? What's up, my fellow gossip girls, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we talk Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, or more popularly known as Bennifer. In our previous video, we elaborated about how they talked about marriage. After an already failed engagement, is love truly better the second time around? Stay tuned until the end because the tea just gets juicier. Everybody knows Bennifer. They were such a power couple way back in the day, and their reunion has only proved that. But just to give you a little rundown on their marriage, here are some details we'd like to elaborate. Keep these in mind, folks, because everything is in the details, and it'll eventually become clear to you why we think the two might just tie the knot. In a 2003 rom-com about mobsters, confused sexuality, a broken thumb, and most of all, love called Geely, is where our lovers first met. Some celebrities have chemistry on screen, but apparently these two had enough to keep it going in real life. Although the movie was considered one of the most expensive box office bombs. The movie was highly publicized and had tons of media coverage, but one thing good that came out was that it was one of the reasons for the budding romance between the two leads, Affleck and Lopez. So, even though the movie bombed, big time, it did turn out to be something fruitful, a kindling romance. Apparently, when asked about first impressions, J.Lo replied with, "Sometimes I feel like what you think people are and how you see them when you love them is different than when they reveal later." In today's times, that is what everyone would call a big simp. It is important to note that during this time, J.Lo was still married to ex-husband and choreographer Chris Judd, but as soon as the divorce was finalized, so was Bennifer. This was followed by several public appearances of the two being all lovey-dovey, and in J.Lo's iconic music video, Jenny from the Block, Affleck made a cameo that made all the fans swoon. In the scene, J.Lo was in a hot pink bikini and was sunbathing with Ben Affleck with a white tank top, followed by a rather graphic scene of Ben having fun with J.Lo's bottom. The music video also showed scenes that symbolized how well documented Ben and Jen's relationship was. In some ads in the Variety and Hollywood Reporter, Affleck also showed his appreciation for Miss Jennifer, saying that he only wished he were lucky enough to be in all your movies. I mean, no one really wants a Geely too, but okay, if it makes y'all happy. In addition to that, Ben says she works harder than anybody I've ever seen, and that, despite her being notorious for her diva complex, he would gladly counteract that narrative. That same year, the couple announced their engagement. If love truly doesn't cost a thing, then why is it that J.Lo had on a $2.5 million ring? In an interview with Diane Sawyer, the songstress revealed a gorgeous pink ring that was a 6.1 carat pink diamond from Harry Winston and cost a hefty $2.5 million. But when Elvis Presley said that only fools rush in, he wasn't kidding, because although wedding preparations were already made, the big event never really happened. Unfortunately, in September 2003, they announced that they postponed their wedding and ultimately their relationship. It did cause quite a commotion with all the Bennifer fans, but what's done is done, I suppose. Initially, the wedding was postponed to overexposure to the media. Despite both being celebrities, I guess it isn't fun to be too exposed. J.Lo divulged years after reason for all this, how she would never blame the media for their falling out, but it definitely played a part in the dynamic of our relationship. But after many dates and plans, they eventually just broke off the wedding and their relationship. This due to some misalignment in their values as partners. One wanted to settle down, and the other just couldn't give up the single life. In the end, the breaking off of what could have been the couple and wedding of the decade. To top all of that, the couple now holds two box office flops on their shelves when Jersey Girl was released in 2004. As I said, the two lived separate lives, so let's elaborate more on them, shall we? Garner and Affleck married in 2005, separated in 2015, and finally divorced in 2018. Meanwhile, Lopez married Marc Anthony no less than a year after her and Affleck's breakup, had twins, and broke up with in the process. These two definitely treaded very similar paths, and along the way even actually communicated with each other, through email. To add to all the Bennifer crumbs J.Lo was throwing away, she also opened up about their romantic history in her True Love memoir. She writes, "Ben and I split up at the moment when I thought we were committing to each other forever. It was my first real heartbreak." It's stuff like these that show us how celebrities are humans just like us. She apparently found solace in Marc Anthony, but although it bore her children, it didn't actually last long. The reason being that the universe was a big Bennifer fan. After they broke it off with both of their relationships, they rekindled the fire in their relationship, and people are going ballistic. A love affair that was 18 years in the making. Imagine that! Although many fans are going gaga over the news, some have made it quite humorous, like this tweet from @LoneRides, and I quote, "Affleck and JLo are back together. Damn it, we do not need Geely 2 right now. Read the room, people!" Another Twitter user, @TayLerp, says, "I genuinely didn't think seeing Bennifer back together would make me as happy as it makes me, cause like damn they look so happy together." Suffice to say, the world reacted in various ways to the news, because imagine how long ago they got together, just immediately ended their marriage, and 18 years later, boom, they're back. It all really seems so sudden, considering JLo was just engaged to former Yankee Alex Rodriguez. But hey, it's their world, and we're all just here to watch. The whole world knew they were just more than friends when they jetted off to a week-long getaway to Montana. The insider says that they picked up where they left off and emphasized that they've been in touch here and there because, after all, Jen has stated that Ben was the one that got away. But don't click away just yet because we're just getting to the juicy parts. Apparently the two are planning to get engaged by the end of the year, so let us know what you guys think in the comments down below before we unravel our thoughts. While you're at it, if you enjoyed the video so far, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. The couple has been gracing headlines since the start of their rekindled romance. Before I forget to mention, they've also been spending time with each other's kids. One of my favorite snaps of the two were when they spent time at Universal City Walk in Universal City, California, together with Ben's kids and JLo's daughter, Emmy. As celebrity gossipers, it is a known fact that when celebrities post their significant others on Instagram, it's getting really serious. And that's exactly what JLo did on her 52nd birthday. I should mention that JLo doesn't even look a day over 35, but this photo of the two is so cute, I can't even begin to describe my giddiness. So the two are pretty serious. What's their score on marriage? A source for Elle has predicted that they didn't feel the need to get engaged yet, no more than they do tying the knot, but is that really the case? Because other sources say the exact opposite. Apparently, Ben is very adamant on not making the same mistake as he did years ago and plans to propose before the year ends. An OK Magazine source says that Ben doesn't plan on letting Jenny from the block go any farther than a block. If you do put it into perspective, despite things escalating quickly, they actually just picked up where they left off 18 years ago. The source says, and I quote with excitement, "They are meant to be together and will make it official before the end of the year." A friend has also backed this up by saying, "Neither Ben nor Jen are messing about here. It isn't a question of if they will get married, but rather when." What if Ben actually already proposed, as the sources predicted he would during JLo's 52nd birthday? The two have already settled things with their families, kids, exes, and what more do they have to wait for? Reports have surfaced about how they're already planning their holiday trips. Perhaps a proposal is somewhere in there. Could we be gushing over a Bennifer wedding by the end of the year? Whatever it is, we're all just glad there isn't a Geely 2 yet. Or will I be jinxing that too? Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.